Hello Scapers, my name is Kaitios and welcome to the Fox Den. This video guide will walk you through the most efficient way to train your ranged from level 1 all the way to level 99 as a free-to-play regular account or as a free-to-play Ironman account. If you find that this guide proves useful to you, I would very much appreciate it if you can hit the like button. With that being said, let's get right into it. Starting right from level 1, equip a leather cowl, an amulet of power. If you're an Ironman, you'll need 70 crafting and 57 magic to make one, or an amulet of accuracy if you don't have an amulet of power, a hard leather body which requires 10 defense, leather chaps, leather boots, any ring to fashionscape with, a basic cape, team cape, or cabbage cape, leather vambraces, a short bow, and iron arrows. At level 5 ranged, replace your short bow with an oak short bow. At level 20 ranged, replace your oak short bow with a willow short bow, your leather cowl with a coif, your hard leather body and leather chaps with a studded body, which requires 20 defense, and studded chaps. The studded body and studded chaps can be bought from the armor store in Varrock, which is actually something I learned while making this video. At level 30, replace your willow short bow with a maple short bow. At level 40 ranged, replace your studded body and studded chaps, as well as your leather vambraces with a green dragonhide body, green dragonhide chaps, and green dragonhide vambraces. Do note that you'll need to have completed the Dragon Slayer 1 quest and have level 40 defense in order to equip the green dragonhide body. At level 50 ranged, swap out your iron arrows for adamant arrows. I'll explain why a little later on. From level 1 range to level 50 range, you'll use iron arrows, and from level 50 to 99 ranged, you'll use adamant arrows. If you're a regular free-to-play account, simply purchase your arrows at the Grand Exchange. If you're a free-to-play Ironman account of any type, you'll need to buy them from the range shop in Varrock and or Remington. At levels 1 to 50, I would buy around 1,000 iron arrows or so, but do buy more as needed. For levels 50 to 99, you'll need well over 300,000 adamant arrows, so it's critical we purchase these arrows with efficiency in mind. In order to do that, make sure that you're using the RuneLite client and turn on the menu entry swapper feature. Click UI swaps and change the shop buy shift click option to 5 or 10 if you're starting with a low cash stack of 200,000 or less, or to 50 if you have over a 200,000 cash stack. Make sure you have one of your mouse keys set to the shift button, which will let you trigger the shift buy effect. Also, make sure that you turn on the World Hopper plugin on RuneLite as well. Under the Quick Hop Next option, set your second mouse key to any key that you want, though I do prefer setting it to the space button as shown. On your game interface, make sure that you sort the worlds by the free-to-play worlds at the top and all the other worlds at the bottom. Click on low at the Varrock range shop, hold down the shift button on your keyboard or mouse key, and click on the iron or adamant arrow stack to buy however many arrows it was that you set. In my case, it's 50 per world. If you have a lot of GP, and I'm talking at least a mil or more, I would advise buying 100 arrows from low. After buying the 5, 10, 50, or 100 arrows per world, simply hit your other mouse key that has the spacebar assigned to it, or just hit the spacebar itself, which will cause RuneLite to hop to the next world on your world select screen. It's a really cool feature that has many different utilities in RuneScape. Once in the next world, simply rinse and repeat until you buy as many arrows as you could with the cash stack that you have. Do note that if you have a large cash stack and are buying 100 addy arrows per world, you'll eventually go through all of the free-to-play worlds and will need to go to the Remington arrow shop in order to keep buying them. Unlike Lowe's and Varrock, it's price efficient only to buy at most 50 addy arrows each world. Then, once you've cycled through all the free-to-play worlds in Remington, go back to Varrock and keep repeating the cycle until you've spent your entire cash stack on arrows. Just a quick note, choose wine as your go-to healing source as it heals 11 hit points without reducing your range stat. They can be picked up from Fortunato in the Draenor Village Marketplace. Now that you have all your equipment and arrows bought, head over to the Lumbridge Cow Pen, Whenever you range, set the attack style to rapid, as it always has the highest damage per second. You'll train on the cows from levels 1 to 20. Bury the bones that you receive for some prayer XP, and if you want, take the cow hides and GP to the tanner in Al-Kharid, and make leather items after tanning the hides. Make sure to equip your oak shortbow once you hit level 5 ranged. Swap out your oak shortbow with your willow shortbow, your hard leather body and leather chaps with their studded variant, and also your leather cowl with a coif. Head to the first floor of the Stronghold of Security. Go into the area with the Minotaurs and start ranging them. There's a safe spot just behind the wall that you can use. The Minotaurs are great as they drop iron arrows a lot of the time, and you can sell any helmets they drop to the helmet store in the Barbarian Village. Bury all the bones they drop, and also train here until you hit level 30 ranged. Swap out your willow shortbow for the maple shortbow. Head to the desert area, which is just to the east of Al-Kharid. There's only one safe spot here, which is marked on my screen in blue. Attack the hill giants from the safe spot, and make sure to bury all of the big bones that they drop. I would only recommend training here from levels 30 to 40 ranged. However, you are able to train here all the way to level 99 ranged if you like. Training to 99 in this way will provide you the best rate of prayer XP from the big bones, though you will lose out on better ranged XP from the other creatures on this list. The hill giants also drop nature runes, law runes, and various gems on occasion, so if you do plan on ranging here for the long haul, bring a chisel with you to cut the gems you get for some crafting XP. The hill giants also have a chance to drop a giant key, which you can use to fight Olbor, and have a chance to get a rune kite shield, rune two-handed sword, or even a hill giant club. If you do train here to 99 ranged, equip adamant arrows as soon as you're able to afford them. Swap out your studded body and studded chaps, as well as your leather vambraces for their green dragonhide counterpart. Head to this location on Crandor where the 3 moss giants spawn. You'll need to have completed the Dragon Slayer 1 quest to be able to come back to this location. Don't forget your 30 GP to Sal Karamja with, and a chisel here as well. Again, bring wines for your food source. Range the moss giants from the safe spot labeled in blue, and the spot next to it labeled dump is where you should drop any unwanted items. On my screen, you'll notice tiles marked 1, 2, and 3. That's the order in which you should kill the 3 moss giants for maximum efficiency possible. Ideally, you'll want to hit each giant in this order and have them stack up in a line. Once they're all in a row, lower each moss giant's HP to 1 or 2 hits away from death. Then KO the giant in front of you, followed by the one in the middle, and lastly the one furthest from you. Hurry up and pick up any drops you'd like and return to the safe spot to set up another cycle. As you attack the moss giants, you can bury the big bones in between your attacks for 0 time prayer XP. Make sure to drink wine as you need it. Moss giants have similar drops to hill giants, though they drop the mossy key instead of the giant key. The mossy key allows you to fight Bryophyta for a chance to receive some rune bars and other goodies. Again, you're able to fight moss giants all the way to 99, as they provide the most range XP per hour, especially for free-to-play Ironman, and also provide good prayer XP from the big bones that they drop also. Again, swap to adamant arrows when you're able to afford them if training to 99 range this way. I personally would recommend the next creature for training to 99 ranged on, however. Swap out your iron arrows for adamant arrows. In my opinion, the best and most efficient way to train your ranged from levels 50 to 99 are at the Ogress Shamans on Corsair Cove. You'll need to have started Corsair Cove and also completed Dragon Slayer 1, which allows you access to the best Ogress spot in the entire game. Have a chisel, fire runes, nature runes, and wines in your inventory. Go to my location on the map and head into the cave. Run to the northernmost room where all the gold bars are. Head to the very top of the room and then back to the southern entrance of the room to set up the NPC aggression zone. At this point, attack only the Ogress Warrior for the next 10 minutes until you're de-aggroed all the shamans in the room. You may attack the Ogress Warrior on the safe spot tile in blue. Once the 10-minute timer is up, proceed into the room. From here on out, only attack the Ogress Shamans, as they have a much lower range defense than that of the Ogress Warriors. You'll see 4 blue safe spot tiles on my screen. Use the one on the bottom middle to attack the Shaman to the north. Use the bottom left to attack Shamans to the east, the bottom right to attack Shamans to the west, and use the top tile to attack Shamans from the south. If you want even faster gains, you can pray flick the Eagle Eye prayer as well. Ogress Shamans are incredible as they provide a lot of GP and coins, and also from high alching rune full helms, rune med helms, and rune battle axes that they drop. They're also the #1 free-to-play creature that drops nature, law, death, and chaos runes respectively. In addition, they drop gems, most notably rubies at relatively low drop rates also. Not to mention, they drop cooked salmon as a food source in case you run out, and they drop a unique item in the form of a shaman mask. Ogress Shamans are truly, in my eyes, the pinnacle of ranged training in the free-to-play game, as they give great prayer XP from their big bones, crafting XP from gem cuts, and ultimately smithing XP after making the rubies they drop into rings of forging. I personally trained my ranged here from levels 50 to 100, and I can't recommend these guys enough. On the screen now will be a link to my video showing the loot I made from levels 50 to 99 ranged, solely training at Ogresses, so you can get a better grasp of how truly OP these Shamans are. A caution to hardcore Ironmen, as the Ogresses are one of the top causes of death in the free-to-play game, so do not AFK when training here, and be extremely cautious throughout your ranged journey. I do want to list a few honorable mentions for training your ranged skill, the first of which being giant frogs, which are located in the Lumbridge Swamp. With their low HP and 100% drop of big bones on every kill, you could train your range here all the way up to 99 if you really wanted to. I would start training on them when you have access to the Maple Shortbow at level 30. The prayer XP per hour is even quicker than that of Hill Giants, though you do sacrifice a lot of ranged XP in exchange. They also don't have any good drops whatsoever. You could train your prayer this way after getting 99 ranged, and this may be a good method to do if you are free to play hardcore Ironman. I'll definitely look into this as a prayer training method in a future video, but wanted to mention this briefly now. You could also choose to train your ranged from levels 50 to 99 at body golems in the ruins of Camdozel. If you do choose to go this route, you'll need to complete the Below Ice Mountain quest, for which I also have a guide on. I'll link that video on a card on screen now as well. Body golems do not drop any coins or bones, so you will miss out on prayer XP. You also will need to find another way to fund your adamant arrows as well. The body golems have a +10 range defense bonus, so you won't be killing them as quickly as other creatures previously mentioned. The noteworthy thing about body golems is they have a much better drop rate for uncut sapphires and emeralds, with a very respectable drop rate for uncut rubies. I find you can get more crafting XP cutting gems at the body golems than on the Ogress Shamans, while still getting access to a bunch of rubies for rings of forging. Not to mention, the body golems drop a lot of noted rune essence, which you can turn into body runes, and also body cores, which are phenomenal for rune crafting XP in the free-to-play game. I find that the best spot to range these are right here using the safe spot in blue. And with that, this video is now concluded. Thank you so much for making it through to the end of the video. Please give this video a like if it helped you. I do want you guys to know I stream live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Gaming every Tuesday and Thursday, so feel free to hop in and say hi. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya!
Closing time, one last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. Closing time, you don't have to go home, but you can.